If she want you to stay.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
No!
Be taken down just
that was touchdown, bro. Come on.
On a first down run, call it 8 yards.
Come on, fucking Dobbs. That was touchdown, bro. Oh my God, bro. Somebody your fault, bro.
Winners of 5 of their
last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. 16 yards on
the last man.
I'd say right down.
What up, them Browns defense?
Straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get
out. If she wants you to stay, another
nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down.
Oh, no, I should
have get to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over.
That decision on
that. That in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Good shit.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Watson.
That's a pig, bro. Oh my God, give me my pigs though.
It's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Swings this out for Hunt. And he is going to be stopped at the 12.
Give me my fucking pick, bro. Go for it. I need you to go for it. Go for it. I ain't scared when niggas go for it. They can't go for it.
Get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it. But to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Chubb on the read option.
He's gonna just run the ball all game, bro.
It's second down.
Throw the ball.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
From the 24, Watson. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
There's another catch by the running back.
Let's go! Good tackle.
This will not be enough. On 35, he only gets 3.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can click.
Let's go!
You have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Boy, a curious decision.
He's gonna go for it on fourth down, bro. You fucking stop that nigga. Let's go.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running.
Yeah, I'm
3
feeling
tight ends are
I don't
out
know
there.
what he's doing.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Good fucking throw, Lamar. Good fucking throw, Lamar.
Big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this.
I was just hoping it didn't come out crazy.
Scoreless after 1.
He think it's a game. He gonna go for it like I go for it. Like, this nigga really don't want. He really want to beat me. Like he draw. That nigga gonna go for it.
5 yards from the end zone. 1st and
How would
goal.
you go for it, gang? Please do that.
They'll run with Dobbins.
Yes.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Tucker
Go
with the
block.
extra point, and it's now
Oh
a 7-0
man,
game.
blocking on these niggas.
Tucker now to kick it away following the
Gotta do the
touchdown.
middle.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown. And a
Yes.
football.
Oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. They is cheating me, bro. I stripped you, and he got that shit back, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And he's going to have a Browns
Had
first
that
down as
nigga,
he's got
whatever.
this up to the
Oh, he got
35-yard
that
line.
shit, bro.
Despite missing
Yeah.
3 games, Nick Chubb still finished second in the league with over 1,200 rushing yards. It was his 3rd 1,000-yard season, and he's never had fewer than 8 touchdowns in a year. Across the NFL, few backs are...
Thank you.
Rifles one, and that's going to be
Good
intercepted.
defense, bro.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
I'm interested in that
So
other
down
dude.
inside the 45 to the 43-yard line, that's where they'll take over. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators...
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's
Hey,
going to go
man.
down. Miles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
defense,
Now then,
man.
after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over the 36-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Watson.
Oh, my God. I knew he loved that play. You got to get on that play. That's his favorite play. I forgot he do that shit. It is nigga so long. I forgot he do that
from the 33. A give running right is Chubb. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Damn, I forgot you do that.
By the safety,
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 9, Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb.
Yo, come on, bro. Like, they not blocking that good. Like, damn.
Second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week.
I know, it's right. Bang. That shit keep coming on in 2K, bro.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
That shit keep coming on. I like you here.
His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up.
That's
extra
my
point by York is up and good, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, man, that pick fucked me over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Jackson on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
You know, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. but how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is...
Let's go!
All the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
That's how you throw a fucking dot.
50 yards. Tucker now for the extra point.
How you throw a fucking dot?
14-7 ball game.
50-yard dot, baby.
Tucker now to kick it away.
Damn, boy,
The
got 40
touchdown.
ball.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone.
He's shooting or he's dunking?
Start here at the 25.
He tall?
The Browns drive about to get started. A slim deficit here.
Oh, yeah.
One possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
I swear, they for the last 2 Ks there, that power forward
As they
position.
stop it here with just under 40 ticks
Oh
to
my
go
God, that
in
shit
this
is
first
cool.
half. Throwing again on second down. Watson.
Look at
And
that.
he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
Oh, I'm a dickhead.
An unfortunate
I had a
sequence
pick 6 and I started dancing. I started dancing on the goal line. It's like
They had an opportunity there.
I started dancing.
Could come back and haunt them. They're bringing their defense now
I
to keep
fucked
them from
up.
scoring.
I fucked up, man. Psych, touchdown. I'm pissing. Yo, step in with that.
Lamar Jackson.
Get him, L.
His
Boogie.
19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Ravens will extend
Get
their
that nigga,
lead in
L.
the final
Boogie.
minute of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra
I'm
point.
beating on that
It's now
boy.
21-7. Tucker now
He's
to
just
kick
not
it
better
away
than me.
following
Like,
the
I just know the way he
touchdown.
play. He's just not better than me. He really still play the same.
And that one will
Should've
bounce
just
out
ran
of
the
the
ball.
back of the end zone.
That
So we will
OP ass
start
run
here
game he got.
at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And
Give him a
with
little
time
space, give him a little
quickly
space, give him a
fading
little
here in the
space.
second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively.
Oh, that's another pick.
Now Watson throws another
boy don't know what he
interception.
doing.
Gets past one man. And
That's
he's
another pick. My boy don't know what he's doing.
points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Really, bro? I get
The
slapped on
Ravens
that,
going
bro.
to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
I'll score right here.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson.
Ah, you supposed to get that, Mark.
That's going to wind up
Go get that,
My
Mark.
first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And now
How
they'll
you
take
do
a
that? You
timeout
can't ice me at the
defensively.
end of the
After
half.
the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, being the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself,
You're going right at these niggas, Odell. Go at your former team.
shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
telling this nigga, this my fucking division.
They trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
Beat on TJ, and I'm about to beat on you. My division.
The end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe
that's a pig, bro. I literally, yo, come on, bro.
And then maybe that'll carry over.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson. And that is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly
go for it, bro. Yeah, that's what I like, bro. Go for it. I like when niggas keep going for it.
They will indeed snap it to Watson.
He's a doggy, bro. Yo. Oh, this one, put this on your Twitch, bro. Because I'm about to blow you out, bro. What is you doing, bro? Punt the ball. You just don't want to punt the ball, huh?
So now, just like that,
that shit crazy. Niggas do not want to punt the ball.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
Dang, you don't want to punt the ball so bad, like, yo, that shit unnecessary. Punt the ball.
No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. To throw is Jackson. He's got it. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. Jackson now. And it's
bro, come on, bro.
Convert, and they turn it over.
Come on, bro.
They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got
you're not playing with no Nick Chubb, bro.
But they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
You're not playing with Nick Chubb. Stop running the ball with him. You're not playing with him.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So that play much needed there as they're on the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage.
Hey, Michael Perry, welcome back, bro. It's your first game back from injury. You balling.
And it also brings up 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts.
I'm a jazzed up and ball. That jazzed up shit up. You slow shit down, jazzed up niggas, and all that shit.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
Kyle Hamilton, baby.
For the 4th time
another pick, young ball.
Kyle Hamilton Jackson. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. Rolling to his left. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. It's his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense after this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now
it's crazy. As soon as you said pass the ball, I got sacked for a fumble. I should have fucking passed the ball.
One, they recovered the ball, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, I know. That's what fucked me over. I'll brick that jump.
The Browns
bro, I pulled one today. Ask them niggas, bro. I pulled one from half court and smack that shit like fuck it.
It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided
got 10 more
contests,
shooting badges and
but
I'm
in
not.
almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the 2 of us have watched from behind our hands.
And my goodness.
One boy, get another back. Get another pick, one boy. Hey, Kyle Hamilton, he's balling. Balling on him.
13-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a run up the middle with Drake. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson being chased out left. He completes it to Beckham. And he is going to have a Ravens 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
Come on, bro. Hold your fucking block,
Being
bro.
knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Finds his man over the middle. It's likely. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are looking like they'll move to 6-1 as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He just got
right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 40.
Not breaking no long ass.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Chubb will get the call, running left. And he's
not getting the first down.
2 yards there, needed 4. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Ravens, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
No,